Hey there, Tad Hargrave from marketingforhippies.com. Just going for a walk. It's raining. Today's video is a case study about hub marketing and tracking your marketing. Just a little example. I think that might be useful. A fellow from Europe I was doing a puttering session with, and he does a kind of fitness training that's outdoors. So it'd be the kind of thing where instead of lifting weights, you're climbing a tree, or you're trying to balance yourself on this pole, or you're jumping on up on rocks, and a lot of playing as a way of engaging in functional movement, as I believe it's called. So this is the work he does, and he really wants to get people out into the forest because he lives near a forest. So I said, well, if you're trying to reach people locally, then use local approaches. And I said, but the most important thing is you've got to track what's working. So I said the first thing is I'd put up some posters, figure out what are the hubs, put up posters in those places. And then let's talk in 3 weeks and see what happens. Oh, and I said also the hubs, the kind of people you're wanting to reach, they're probably going to be into holistic things already. They'll probably already be open to that. So maybe holistic practitioners could be a good set of hubs. And I think it was he who had the idea. It's like, maybe I could just invite them out for a walk in the woods. And I said, I think that's a great idea. So he just started reaching out to holistic practitioners, partly as a way to let them know about his business, but also it's a great way to get to know about them. And this is where you can start to learn who else you could refer to, which makes you look good as a practitioner because you're working with a client, doing the fitness stuff. They say, oh, I've got this, migraines. Oh, I just met a holistic practitioner who specializes in migraines. Let me connect you. So I said, yeah, let's talk in 3 weeks. So we did another puttering session 3 weeks later, and he reported a couple things that were very interesting. First of all, he noticed that all of his clients, almost all of them were not the clients of the holistic practitioners. They were the holistic practitioners. And I point that out because it's easy to miss that, It's easy to... I did it for a few years. I did my workshops before I realized that half the people in the room were holistic practitioners, until I really stepped back and looked with an eye towards who's coming. Did I see it? So he could have done that for years and just not noticed, but he noticed because we were talking. He said, oh, man, they're all the holistic practitioners, not the clients. I said, okay, so then it's not that the holistic practitioners are the hubs you're trying to reach. You need to find the hubs for the holistic practitioners, and if there isn't one, you need to create it. So he said, great. And one of the ideas was to maybe host some Zoom calls, with all the lockdowns. So he went to host some Zoom calls, inviting holistic practitioners just to get together for some networking, to meet each other. And he said the response was sort of tepid, was modest. And in our last call, I said, well, maybe instead of that, maybe it's a picnic, it's a potluck, it's going outdoors, it's something like that. And he got more excited about that. Just a chance for them to meet and hang out and connect with each other, not such a professional networking vibe. The other thing that was interesting was, on our second call, he said, yeah, nobody came from the posters. So I said, well, it's probably too soon to write it off entirely, but that's good information. Sometimes you got to test these things for a little while, but the fact that no one came from the posters is telling. But I said, I would try another few rounds of the posters and see, because the truth is, all you need is 1 or 2 clients from those posters to pay off the effort, to have it actually give you a return. So we'll see what happens from that long term. But anyways, I thought that was an interesting story. I thought might be of fascination to you all. So there you go. Hopefully it's helpful. 2 main takeaways from this. Number 1, keep track of how people hear from you. Very important. Keep track. Ask every single client who sees you, how did you hear about me? From a poster, where was that poster? From a friend, what was the name of that friend? From a Facebook group, which Facebook group? Really track it. Number 2, every once in a while you've got to step back and look at the pattern of who's already seeing you. Sometimes people are so stuck on what is my niche in a theoretical way, but if they were to just step back and look at who's already seeing them, the niche would become clear, Sometimes you got to dance with the one what brung you. There's people who are already seeing you, who are already coming. So Little story. Thought a story might be a good shift from a theory. Hopefully you're all doing well out there. Hope you're staying safe. And you can, of course, subscribe. Thank you to everyone who has subscribed. Thank you so much to everyone who shares these videos. Wherever you share them, I don't know, but the numbers have kept growing on my Facebook. I don't know what it's at now, 2,770 people or something. It just keeps growing, and I'm grateful for that, because I know it's not me doing that. I know it's you doing that. So thank you. And marketingforhippies.com. I'm on Facebook. Thanks, everyone.